So over to you, Dan.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. And yes, you're right. I just came after 12 days in Africa, and as you can see the background, I am here in Dubai. Yeah, it's a great pleasure to chat with you, and I'll try to cover in the time that has been allotted quite a lot of information. So about why people are using this technology and platform, what exactly they are doing with it, and how are we collaborating across more than 80 countries. So I believe you can see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so without
Yes,
further
screen and voice clear.
Wonderful. So without further ado, let's get started. So we started this company 26 years ago with a vision to make knowledge available, accessible, and affordable. My basic premise is that knowledge is a human right. Let me give you a short intro video.
Too long, knowledge was a privilege. Access was limited, training was slow, and millions were left behind. In 2025, EON Reality is rewriting the rules of learning and training with AI-powered avatars, immersive XR simulations, and on-demand personalized learning. Anywhere, anytime. Sophia creates custom lessons from just a conversation. Raj gives career guidance that adapts to your journey from Dubai to Uganda, from Singapore to El Salvador, and beyond. EON partners with educators to bring immersive learning to everyone. From factories to hospitals, EON powers real training in real environments with no coding required. This is more than just innovation. It's a movement to make learning a human right. Join us. The future of learning is here, and it starts with you.
Okay, so there is good news and bad news. Let's start with the bad news. We do have a global skill crisis, and I think this will accelerate as AI continues to expand. But we also have good news. The good news is that there is a huge opportunity of almost $16 trillion of economic impact that will be generated in the next 5 years. The challenge is that most of the youth is 80% of them are in emerging economies of the global south. And all these young fellows have entrepreneurial spirit, which exists everywhere, but opportunity does not. So our target is to change that. And how do we going to do it? We're going to do it through learning, through training, and performing. And for each of these components, EON has a solution, which I'll share with you in a second. So if you start with EON XR, it provides skills. Now, why do you need to acquire skills? Because eventually you need a job. That's what we provide with Career Compass. And why do you need a job? Because eventually you need to generate income. And that's why we also expand with the Entrepreneur Guide. So one core engine, three solutions. Now, how does this work? It's quite simple. Let's have a look.
Welcome to the learn phase of our simple approach. Learning is all about absorbing knowledge through interactive 3D environments. Imagine taking a book and converting it into a fully immersive 3D experience. In this environment, you'll have an avatar to guide and assist you throughout the learning process.
So in essence, what you're seeing here is that I took a simple book in any language, and within 120 seconds, I converted to what you see here to the right. So that's one way to do it. Another way is just giving in a prompt. So I said in this prompt, please create a lesson about the heart. This is what came out.
The right atrium and vena cava surrounding them. Focus on the left atrium and pulmonary veins.
So basically the whole 3D environment, the heart, this is part of 36 million assets, which contain almost anything from 3D printers to machines, but also things like Machu Picchu or, I don't know, historical sites of any kind. And you will also see here the lecture, the engagement, the assessment, the simulator, and even the 360 environment. So all that generated in less than 120 seconds using AI. So that helps learning. What about training?
Welcome to the Skills Simulator. We'll be practicing the car twin engine maintenance. I will guide you through each step, explaining the process and pointing to the relevant objects. Please follow along carefully, as you'll be asked to perform the procedure yourself afterward.
So again, same thing. AI selected the right engine. In this case, the prompt was, please generate the maintenance repair operation procedure for engine. And then the avatar generated the lecture. And then the user will have to follow the instructions step by step and finally be guided. Let's listen in.
Rate the process.
Inspect the cylinder head. Inspect the camshaft.
You got 3 out of 8 right. The user correctly inspected the cylinder head.
So basically a full evaluation. Now, what we looked at so far is hard skill. What about soft skills like interview technique or train nurses how to talk with patients, maybe that have Alzheimer, or any type of role play that is concrete?
Welcome to the train phase. Now that you've learned the concepts, it's time to practice and sharpen your skills. Training involves practicing both hard and soft skills in realistic simulations. Let's look at an example of how this works. We'll simulate a job recruitment interview to practice soft skills. First, we build the virtual environment. In this case, it's an office setting for the interview. You'll interact with an avatar representing the job candidate. Let's start the interview.
Please explain a little bit about your conflict resolution experience.
Certainly. Throughout my career, I have actively resolved conflicts in various professions.
So what happens here, there's a conversation that goes on. And again, similar to what we saw before, you're going to be evaluated. So now you can see what you did right, what you did wrong, what you should have done instead. All is delivered, customized, and interactive. What about perform? Now we learn, we'll train. Eventually, we need to go in the real world, not virtual, and perform tasks.
Welcome to the final phase, perform. This is where you apply your learning and training in the real world. But don't worry, you're not alone in this process. In the perform phase, we use augmented reality and virtual reality to support you in real-world situations.
So what happens here is that you can suddenly have an avatar, and you may not remember all the steps to handle this process, but the avatar will show you, tell you, guide you, and assist you in real life. Now, how does that work? Let me show you.
Welcome to EON. Did you know it's home to Singapore's first town council?
So you're an avatar, and the avatar knows where you are because you hold your phone in front of you, point to the floor, it will generate your XYZ position, and then all you have to do is swipe your phone. The phone will recognize everything that's in the room, provide annotations for all the components and subcomponents, and then generate the procedure. In this case, how to repair, I don't know, the brake pad, as you can see to the left. And you can see it finds the adjustable jaw, plier, tool, etc., etc. And it also generates video, text, images for that procedure.
Robotic arm. Because precisely.
Okay, so that's the learn, train, perform procedure. Now, we have different types of simulators covering lots of areas, including things like exploratory simulators, like we're seeing here, or a training simulator.
The first signal fragment is
This one is a decision simulator, or you want creative simulators.
team has been tasked with transforming an abandoned warehouse district into a thriving urban food production hub.
Or you also want to have explanatory simulators.
Started.
All teams are in position, and mission control awaits your signal to begin the launch sequence.
So this is all about training. Now, you may think this sounds almost too good to be true, so why don't we do a demo where you can pick any topic? So any volunteers to pick a topic? Predominantly, preferably, if you don't mind, we'll pick something hard skills, like this is about digital twins, so a digital twin of a 3D printer, a digital print, or anything you want, a jet engine. Any suggestions? Anyone? If not, I will select myself. I'll select the jet engine MRO, maintenance repair operation. So jet engine MRO, and then I'll take copy of that title. And I'm gonna ask the AI to do a description. So it's enhancing this in real time. This happens in this lesson. We will explore the jet engine, and I will say hard skills. I'll say English. I could select Arabic, Russian, or any of the 80 plus languages, and I can create one or several lessons. So in this case, I created 5 different lessons with increasing difficulty level. Now the AI goes to work, and what happens here is that almost 39 agents will do different things. One will create a 3D environment, but let's see, introduction to jet engine components, MRO explained, troubleshooting jet engine. Let's pick introduction to jet engine and troubleshooting. We'll pick those two. And now you can see that these 39 agents actually go and start creating this, and we'll see a status log. Now, once this is done, this is then propagating to any device, including things like mobile phones. So let me just go to this. You'll see that I hold the phone in my hand, and now I'm gonna, actually, let me disconnect so I can walk freely. Sorry, I'll just stop mirroring for a second. Okay, and try again. One moment. There we go. So what we're going to see here is I'll start this lesson about the jet engine. And a couple of things going to happen. This lesson is almost 1 hour long, and it will contain various aspects. One has to do with the ability to conduct a lecture. You can see this. This is my hand. This is real life. So we can click here.
Hello. This isn't it. It's about jet engine MRO.
And you notice that
I'll soon explain more about jet engine and guide you through an engaging and informative experience. Please hold on for a moment while everything is being prepared. It might take just a few seconds to set up.
So I'm maneuvering here in this environment. I can also remove the background completely.
Vertical bar jet engine row.
Lower the volume so you can hear me. I can interact with this engine, so I can put it here in my coffee cup if I want. And I can also see that there's images generated of various steps of engine repair. I can also add the full environment of a hangar. This was also generated on the fly just for you right now. And I can also switch the environment to some outdoor place. And as you can see here, I can go very closely here and I can look at detail of this engine. I can also remove if I don't want to have the annotations to a little bit more clean. As I'm walking here, I can find additional information. Let's listen in.
Tools such as borescopes, inspection mirrors, and gauges allow technicians to examine internal engine components for wear, cracks, corrosion.
And then once I'm done with the lecture, I can go to engagement. I can go to, for example.
Welcome to the Art Quiz Challenge.
Yeah.
What is the primary goal of jet engine MRO?
Yeah. So I selected that, and it goes on, and eventually it's going to give me some type of score, how well I performed, what I did right, what I did wrong, etc., etc. So those are some of the steps that a course will create. Now, just to put it in context, that demo with all the engine, the environment, would have taken probably 10, 15 people to spend a week on, and now it's done in 120 seconds by 39 AI agents. So now someone may say at this point, yeah, that's great, but it's still a bit complicated. You knew which buttons to push to do what you did. I don't want to have that steep learning curve. What about using the artificial intelligence as your user interface? Okay, let me show you how. This is not a real person, it's an AI.
Just for you. Introducing Smart Reality, a revolutionary app that transforms your course materials into dynamic, interactive experiences instantly.
Hello, I'm your Smart Reality mentor. What would you like to learn about today?
I'd like to learn about jet engines.
Great choice. Let's dive into the world of jet engines.
Please explain how all those components work together.
The high-pressure turbine extracts energy from these gases to drive the high-pressure compressor. It's training.
So there was the exact same thing I did, but now I simply talked with an avatar. Now, how does that work? Let me do a live demo, and I will be the guinea pig. I will actually click, and you're gonna see me talking with one of a clone of myself. This gentleman is a bit smarter than I am. He speaks, I think, almost 175 languages. So let me just see if I can share I have 7 windows here. I need to find the right one. Let me just, maybe I'll close a few just because otherwise you're not going to hear the clone. One moment. I will close these windows. So hopefully I don't close the meeting. Okay, now it should be easier to find my right window. And let's go here, share. It says screen and still says 7 windows. Let's pick the one, EON Company. That's the one. Okay, so you guys can see a window. Let me start the conference here, the video. And as I said, not only can I speak with this avatar, but he will be able to generate courses on the fly. So I will, a little bit like my wish is his command, so to speak. Let's get going. One moment. And I will turn on the microphone. Okay, let's see. So he's somewhere in the cloud.
Wow.
Hi, Dan, can you hear me? He's absent. Let me give him column again. I think sometimes in Dubai, they put a lot of protection, which makes it a bit difficult to communicate. They block the avatar. It's a security, but I should be fine. Bear with me a second. Let's see, MacBook Pro microphone. There you go. Let's give it. Hi, Dan. So I'm here in Dubai with some colleagues from Pakistan, Romania, etc. Give me 3 reasons why they should contemplate to use EON technology. Dan doesn't want to communicate today. I think it has nothing to do with the technology. It must have to do something with the protection at this hotel. But I'm sorry for that. No issues. Things happen. So what we're going to do instead, we're going to show you the live, something that I have recorded just to understand what should have happened. So I'll stop presenting. I'll share the screen again. But now instead, I will show the entire screen. So you will be able to see that. And I'm going to use someone better looking than me to explain what's going to happen.
Ready to start your journey?
Yes, hello. I'm interested in becoming an air traffic controller. Can you create a lesson that is an introduction to air traffic control?
Our platform can help you with
In the
tailored
background,
learning
it's
paths in
creating
these
the
areas,
lesson in under
including
20
runway
seconds.
and taxiway systems management.
And the same girl appears in your room.
Planning and coordination, ensuring all stakeholders are informed and involved in the closure process. Scheduling,
timing closures strategically to avoid peak traffic periods.
So the idea to have a continuum and to remove the friction on the creation process as well as in the interaction process. So far we talked about skills, right? How to learn, train, perform. But what about what I spoke about earlier, which is jobs? So the ability to have a hyper-personalized pathway from skills to paycheck. Let's listen in.
Hi there. I'm Brainy, your friendly AI mentor. Welcome to the EON Career Compass. I'm here to guide you through the evolving world of work and help you navigate the transformative impact of artificial intelligence. Today, I'll show you how we'll assess your skills, identify gaps, and define your career goals together. Let's begin. Now that you've logged in, let me show you what I can do for you. My core function is to empower you for the modern workplace through an 8-step career transformation journey. These steps include skill assessment, career goal setting, gap analysis, course finding, XR enhanced learning, learning path management, certification, job matching, and ongoing mental support. I leverage XR technology to...
So we're not going to listen to the whole video. I will make sure that Make is available, but in essence, it takes you through all the steps. So you can put your CV, it will identify your strength. You can do different assessment, creativity, emotional intelligence, critical thinking. We have psychometric tests for all those. It will then help you with the skills assessment, what type of person you are.
On your skills assessment, I have some recommendations for you. Given your expertise in areas like
So based on your expertise, is recommend you what to do, define your goal, and then let's listen in here.
Successfully saved your career goal of becoming a humanoid robot CTO within 1 year. Now let's transition to gap analysis. I'll identify the skills required to...
So now we'll see what you're missing in terms of skills. We do a gap analysis, and then we go to finding your courses.
I've found a selection of available courses for you. For instance, there's a modern robotics course focusing on mechanics.
So here's the beauty. We are not limited to our 36 million assets or 380,000 courses within EON. The system goes out and searches on all different systems, everything from, example, Google Digital Academy or Coursera, Udemy, and also other universities. And once you have that, if it's a free course, you can enjoy it. And if it's for pay, EON can actually generate that course with AI at no additional cost. Now, if it's an additional course, it can also do one more thing, which is conversion. Let's listen in.
Yes, let's convert it.
I'm initiating the course conversion process now. The conversion is complete. By transforming this traditional education into an immersive platform, you'll experience 4 times faster learning, 275% more confidence in skills application, 3.75 times greater emotional engagement, and 4 times increased focus. I see you also have data science courses available.
So after this, we go to learning path because you need to stack various courses to get to a diploma. And after that, we go to job matching. We actually help you find your job.
Including courses in progress, completed courses, and course providers. I can also show you when courses were added to your learning path and display your earned badges and credentials. I'll facilitate job matching based on your profile and goals. I've found a relevant job posting. A human-robot interaction specialist position in Seattle posted just 2 days ago.
Obviously, this is adapted to your own region. So if you live in Papua New Guinea, you'll get courses from there. Jobs opportunities from there. We also help you to apply for the interview, improve your CV, etc. Let's listen in.
Generate a cover letter for you. The letter is expressing enthusiasm for the robot position, highlights your robust background in virtual reality.
And last but not least, we help you with the mental support. We all know applying for a job is all about resilience. How do you keep on applying until you get it? And here is where we have where our brainy avatar shines.
and focusing on a positive mindset. You can interact with me through text-based communication anytime. Besides text communication, we can also have voice calls or video calls for face-to-face interaction.
I'm nervous about applying for a new job.
I understand that feeling. Here's my advice. Review your resume one more time, practice for interviews, and remember that persistence is key in the job search process. As your AI mentor, I'll get to know you personally. Never forget your progress or preferences, boost your confidence, enhance your existing skills, and stay by your side as a loyal companion.
We all want a loyal companion, especially a good-looking one. Not only that, but she can also do role play with you to help you get that interview. Okay, so that's about jobs. But of course, this lady, or depending what gender or age or ethnicity you show, becomes your user interface. So she never forgets anything and remembers you. Let's listen in. This is my avatar.
Dan, here's what I know about you. Hi, Dan. After thousands of conversations, proposals, brainstorms, and late-night idea dumps, I know you pretty well. You're a vision-driven operator with a knack for turning abstract strategy into high-precision execution.
Anyway, she gives me the good news first, but then she gives me also the not so good news and helps me, guides me, and assists me. Now, of course, we all want to have jobs, but we also know that AI will take away a lot of jobs, and hopefully new jobs will appear. But I'm afraid I don't think the ratio between lost jobs and new jobs will be 1-to-1. Most likely will be 1 to 0.6 perhaps. So the question arises, what do we do with the balance of people that are left behind? And now, one solution, coincidentally, I just spent the last 12 days in Africa, places like Nigeria, Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, etc. And these places, while there's not enough jobs, there's a lot of problems. And that's when entrepreneurs get very happy. Just from the airport in, I think, Kampala to my hotel, I saw 19 problems worth solving. And that's where the entrepreneur guide comes in. Not only does it do the purpose, I help you to identify the problems worth solving, because it has to be problems that are financially and market-wise viable by feasibility. It provides you also the solution, generates the business plan, creates a prototype, monetization strategy, and develops the product. And that's the magical part. Let's listen in.
My mentor. Welcome to the EON Entrepreneur Guide application. I'll be your personal mentor throughout this journey, helping you transform your ideas into viable business concepts.
I'm not going to bore you with everything. She takes you through all the steps. What's your passion? What's your purpose? What's your interest? What's your skills? What's your values? Based on that, depending where you are, it finds problems worth solving. Based on that, you select your problem. It then does a feasibility assessment to see, is it a problem worth solving?
Problem and assess its market potential. Just click on Assess Feasibility.
Done.
Great. I see there's a high score for market demand, 8 out of 10.
So now when you have that, find a best. Now AI doesn't stop there. It helps you with a solution.
Generate solutions.
Let's see what solutions you suggest.
Now select the AI-generated solution that you prefer. You can also refine the generated solution with your own input.
So once you've done that, it's going to also take you to the next level, which is a prototype. It's building the prototype for you.
Great summary, please.
Your executive summary is now ready. Time for Step 6, Prototype Development Guide. Let's create a detailed guide to build your prototype. This will quickly validate.
Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with all the steps here, but most important is the last step, which is vibe coding. And for you that haven't heard about vibe coding, it's a way to, instead of program, my background is computer science, that you actually talk with this good-looking girl and tell her what you want to develop, and she's doing it for you, just simply by talking. This may sound almost too good to be true, so let me show you.
Skills. Step 10, no-code application development. Now that this is completed, the EON no-code app builder platform takes the prompt, that we've developed in the EON Entrepreneur application and generates your viable application complete from start to finish. We call this Brainy Vibe Coding. Let's have a look at some examples of applications that we have developed with Brainy Vibe Coding, where the app code is generated by simply talking with our EON Brainy Coding expert. As you can see, here are some examples ranging from an agriculture supply chain application to a rural telehealth application. We also have the clean water distribution application, the waste collection and recycling solution, and finally, the last mile delivery application.
Anyway, you got the hang of it. So vibe coding is it? It is. And what's nice about this, how do we put it all together? We put it in the academy. So the academy contains everything, whether it's K-12, TVET, university, or an incubator. It has all the components that we talked about. Let's have a listen.
Hello there. I'm Brainy, your personal AI mentor for the EON AI Squared Academy. I'm not just a voice or a program. I'm an interactive avatar paired with advanced AI that learns from our interactions. Think of me as your personalized guide who understands your natural language, adapts to your learning style, never forgets anything, and creates multi-sensory experiences tailored specifically for you. Whether you're a visual, auditory, or kinesthetic learner, I'll help.
So in this platform, you have all the components that I already talked about previously. Let me show you some examples here. So you have your dashboard, you have your learning library, you have your course catalog, you have your extended reality library, the career compass for jobs, the entrepreneur lab for income, the vibe coder lab, and you have also mentors and analytics. So you don't have to select ladies. You can select any gender, any age, anything. Let's listen in.
Computer science, Coach Riley for entrepreneurship, Ms. Luna for creative arts, and Dr. Marcus for social sciences. Each of us has unique traits tailored to help you excel in specific areas. Let me show you your personalized analytics dashboard. I'm tracking your key metrics: courses completed, XR launches, code projects, achievement badges, and activity hours. I've organized everything into 4 tabs for easy navigation and created visualizations of your daily login patterns and weekly active periods. I've noticed that you engage most with courses and the Vibe Coder Lab. Would you like me to suggest ways to explore other features that might benefit your learning style? I'm always available to help you navigate in your preferred language. Simply use the language selector, and I'll instantly adapt to ensure our communication is comfortable for you, no matter your background. Thank you for letting me be your...
Okay, so someone may look at this and say, yeah, that's great, but we have a different culture. We don't want ladies to not cover their hair, etc., etc. So interesting enough, my next stop from Dubai is in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and there they have customized this application. We've been asked to do so for not only student training but also teacher training, and so this is the same AI Academy but in the context of Saudi Arabia.
Welcome to the EON AI Squared Academy for Teachers, a platform empowering every educator. As teachers log in, their personalized dashboard highlights the seamless integration of AI and XR technologies powered by the...
Tell you everything, but I'll just show you the mentors that we have here look very different. Obviously, here we talk about Hajj, so here are some of the mentors.
Have built their own specialized AI mentors. These AI mentors are specialized in specific topics and fields, ready to adapt and provide support to the
And likewise, you have a totally customized analytics area that doesn't match, that matches their specific requests. So what's the benefit of this? Why are academic institutions across the world using this? On top of what we just showed you so far, we also work and set up incubators. Remember, not everybody can get a job, and I predict that the future will be such that a lot of people will have to, if not create their own let's say, businesses, but at least work for entrepreneurs. And for that purpose, we have something we call the incubators. Today's incubators fail outside Silicon Valley because they are costly, exclusive, and slow. So we change that by making them inclusive, by making them inexpensive, and creating content very fast, not only using vibe coding, but also using 24/7 powered mentors. In this case, mentors that we've extracted the brains of Y Combinators and drag and drop, the most successful incubators in the world, and injected this in strategists, architects, advisor, and guidance. We also provide a market because you know that it's not just about building applications, it's about selling. And EON has 42 million users, so you can develop an application today in Pakistan and sell it tomorrow in Indonesia. So we are already generating economic impact through these incubators. So if you're interested either in an academy or an incubator, contact me after this and I'll help you. Our target is 10 billion in enterprise value in the coming 2 years. We are almost 3 billion committed so far. So obviously, academic institution can benefit from this, government. We also invest in startups, and it's a quite complete solution. On that note, I mean, I could continue for a long time, but I would rather want to stop at this time and open up for questions. I'm sure you have many questions. So thank you so much, and please go ahead. Questions.
Thank you very much, Dan. Wonderful insights about EON Reality tools and all the applications, and almost every area, every walk of life, from education to startup, entrepreneurship, job market, every aspect has been covered, and the technology. So over to Professor Dr. Samo, Vice Chancellor, for his comments. So, Professor, you have to unmute the mic. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Bhavani, and thank you, Dr. Dan. It was very nice presentation. Really, I'm impressed. As Dr. Bhavani said, that we have many technology, many disciplines, engineering, science, and technology, like software engineering, data science, AI, cyber security, environmental engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, so on and so forth, food technology, and civil engineering technology. I would like to you that please comment that if we want to establish the incubator or technological center over here in our university, how can we go for it? Can you guide us in this regard, please?
Absolutely. So I don't know if you guys can still see my screen. I assume you can, correct?
Yes, I can see you.
So obviously, because we've been around for 26 years, when we started our journey, originally we started with academic institution in US and Europe, like Imperial College in London, Carnegie Mellon in US, Purdue, ETH in Switzerland, Nanyang Technology University in Singapore, etc. And as this grew, we also started engaging with Fortune 500 companies that require learning, training, and performing. So to answer your question, how do we engage with them? So I'll give you some examples, whether it's University of Glasgow. By the way, a lot of Pakistani friends work there that I know of, or East London University. So we typically originally set up centers where we have large platform deployments and where we also co-invest. So that's something that we've done a lot. And we have been able to raise grant funding because a lot of times, especially in the global south, it's a little bit difficult to raise the funds required. So this technology in US costs $72 per user a month. But in places like Africa, we've been able at volume, at scale, to bring it down to almost under $1. And we've been able to do that using things like, for example, grants from various sources across the globe. But to be a little bit more specific, I'll show you some examples of how you could deploy it. I'll start with Singapore as an example. There we work with many academic institutions. One of them is Institute of Technical Education. This is their location. They have 205 physical labs. And we were able to take those physical environments, which consist, they spend almost $3 billion on physical spaces like helicopters, aircrafts, many things. And we took those environments that you can see here and created digital twins for learning, for training, and for performing. And that obviously saved them a lot of money. So that's one way. We also have been working in places like India. Yes.
Can I extend my invitation to you, Mr. Dan, sometimes as convenient to you to visit our university, and we can have your experience to be shared with our faculty and students here in Pakistan. You are a busy person, I know.
No, I'm
spare some
honored.
time
I'm honored.
and visit us.
Yes, of course.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear each other. I think it's audible. The Vice Chancellor was requesting to have visit sometime. I think there may be a good proposal from your side, from EON Reality, some of the working model like for developing countries are the
Yes. Can you hear me? There was some connection problems. Mr. Dan, can I invite you to visit our university as convenient to you, because I know you are a busy person. So we can have your experiences to be shared with our faculty members and students.
Yes, first of all, thank you so much. It'll be a great honor to come and visit. And yeah, definitely, I would like to visit if possible. Right now, my focus has been a lot in doing national rollouts. We just completed one in Colombia, Ethiopia, Vietnam, where we'll roll out, starting last week. In fact, yesterday, I came from Uganda. So we work in places like, for example, China, where we are working with Belt on Road. This is with the government. And last week I was in Nigeria with this gentleman here. He's the minister. And same week I was with the minister in Kenya. We're doing a rollout. So totally 5 million people that we have concluded just this past week. Great. So, and what's interesting with these countries is a lot of them are what you're saying, developing countries, right? So they are, fundamentally, I believe very simply, as I started my presentation, that knowledge is a human right. And my goal is that in the coming 2-3 years to reach hopefully 1 billion people. And my focus is to make this technology available, accessible, and affordable. And Pakistan is a very important country as for us.
Yep.
And I think, to have a leading university as such as yours to pioneer this technology and spread it within the country, I think will be a great honor for us.
That will be great, and I'm expecting you maybe end of this year or early next year as convenient to you. Please do come, and we can have your experiences to be shared with us, and we can be beneficial. Thank you. So nice of you.
Thank you so much. I will make sure. But my humble advice to you is that I have some good news also I want to end with, that before we go to other questions, is that we have over the last few years, the reason we've been able to roll out such volumes throughout the Global South is that we have been able to secure grants. And these grants can cover up to 95% of the cost for the infrastructure, equipment, software, everything. And I would offer you, your university, the ability to apply for such grants that are funded by Asia Development Bank, by various organizations across Islamic Development Bank, etc. And they are grants. And I will send this through my colleague JP, so you can apply online. It's a 10 minutes process, and that will also help you to, because I think time is of essence, that allow you to start benefiting. And even before my visit, I will put together my team so they can start interacting with you and your team and share all the experiences we've had from across the world. Okay?
That will be great. That will be great, Dr. And thank you very much. That will be great.
Thank you. Thank you. Inshallah, we have a lot of presence in the Islamic world, as you may imagine, from Indonesia to where I'm going now, to the Kingdom, Kuwait, etc. And I know Pakistan also has quite a few Muslims. So, we have been honored by being selected to create the Hajj, the virtual Hajj for believers across the world. So we're looking forward to that. Listen, next question. Thank you so much, Vice Chancellor. Thank you for your questions.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So nice. So nice.
Yeah, may I just add, because this JP is regular touch with me, and I also he has suggested Dan to deliver a talk, so I will definitely be coordinating with him for Quest and other universities in Pakistan. So thank you. And we got another question from Dr. Imran. He's asking, I have a question. Are all of these 3D assets being fetched from repository, or they created on the go as we type a prompt?
Very good question. Thank you for that. I think this requires a bit of a detailed answer. If you think about it, when we create an experience like the one you saw, there are various type of assets. Some of them, for example, the 3D models, are coming from a library, which is currently contains 36 million assets. So these are coming from a repository. However, the 360 environments are generated on the fly. So are the images that you saw there. So is the text to sound. So is the lectures, the assessment, the engagement. And EON currently partners. So when you get access to EON, you actually get access to EON and 30, it used to be 33, but now it's 39 technology partners. And what we're doing is in parallel, which we're using agentic technology, so agents that go and produce different things. So one produces the visuals, one produces the audio, one produces the text, one produces the videos, the engagement, the assessment, all these things. So it's a mixture, to answer your question. The 3D model currently still are predominantly coming from a library, but increasingly, and I've seen this happening quite fast, we are seeing more and more that we can build things on the fly. Keep in mind that when we are building, there's two options. One option is to build things from scratch, and the other one is to convert. If you have, for example, in the area of medicine, you don't want to create things necessarily from scratch. If you may have, for example, an existing document that you need to follow in medical procedure, it's quite strict. And then you can click on something called Train AI, and then you can just attach the document, and then we will follow that strict description there. And this is applicable in areas like medical, defense, and other similar areas. So you have those two options. So a mixture is the short answer. Thank you.
So I hand over now stage to Dr. Ali Turab Jafri. He's a professor in Ghulam Ishaq Khan University. It's called Jiki. It's again in the name of one of our former president. very famous president. This is also our partner university as well. So here he has to moderate the session and have some questions. So over to you, Dr. Ali Turab Dafri.
Yes.
Thank you, Professor Bhavani, and thank you, Dan, for this amazing presentation. It was really impressive. So the floor is actually open for questions. I'll start off with my own first, and we can follow from the audience. So students and all the participants, you can raise your hands and post your questions in the text and the chat box. So I'll start with one of our project which we are working on, AR and VR. So my question to you, Dan, is that you've created a wonderful application. This EON Reality is amazing. How can we take this forward for different business applications? So we have created this virtual environment, right? So how can we then leverage the same technology and then create, for example, different training platforms from this one? So what do you expect the next type of businesses should be like when they're built on this technology?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for those questions. Yeah, it is quite straightforward. If you can see here, is that you can just take the current platform, and we've done in one weekend 10,000 courses for one country. So we basically took all the course materials and fed it to the AI, where the things like, I don't know, applications for oil and gas that you see here generated, or even applications that are for medical purposes, like you see here. This is for heart patient education, or for security and safety, like you see here in a factory environment, or even we've done live applications. This is on a 777 flight deck, where we've done an application. If you remember the aircraft, the 737 from Ethiopian Airlines that crashed, it was because they didn't know what to do. So this one is connected with your tablet, and if there's something goes wrong, it will actually show you and tell you what to do. And you can train the same procedures in the comfort of your home, not only during flight. So these are just some examples of how people are using it, whether it's for a campus application or it's for university, technical vocational training, or custom, all the way to consumer. So the limitation factor here is your fantasy, or where you can take it, really. Thank you.
Excellent. That's amazing. So what you're saying, that we can create some training platforms using the EON Reality and then allow other businesses to scale from there.
Absolutely. Okay. In fact, what I would encourage you to consider, if you can see this screen, is that's to also, if you're interested, to become partners of EON to help disseminate this. If you look at, we have under testimonials in each country, literally now it started with dozen of organizations, whether it's in places like Costa Rica or Papua New Guinea or Pakistan is actually one of the, also we have had, I think, our first customers there. JP knows more about it. So to help then take this generic application and create content for the local market, where EON is willing to share some revenues with you, should you be interested. Okay, thank you.
Great. Thank you. So I'll ask my colleagues, so Dr. Imran or any other colleague who has some questions regarding the EON technologies. Dr. Imran, are you there?
I think Dr. Imran's question I already asked, and Dan has already replied. But someone has asked, do you have any language like Urdu or Sindhi in your database? Like you have got several languages, Bengali and other languages are there. So is there Urdu language as well?
Yes. So let me tell you like this. we are currently working with all the big suppliers integrating our solution. We're working with Microsoft, text to speech. We're working with Amazon Poly and Google. And the country, to be honest, I can't answer it because we have now 175 languages and I need to come back to you. But nevertheless, I'll give you an example. In Ethiopia, they have 4 local languages. We had none of these languages. So it takes about 2 weeks to implement a new language because those already exist within the, let's say, database that we have. We just need to activate them. So in the Ethiopia case, it was 4 languages. Your neighbor there, we didn't have Hindi, Tamil, and all this. So we were able to do 4 or 5 languages in about 2 weeks. So Urdu, if it's not there, we will have it as a part of a delivery for sure. So we are moving from 175 languages to more than 1,000 languages. As you know, there's a lot of different, even, I mean, in Pakistan, you have multiple languages there as far as I understand. So the short answer is yes.
So Dr. Lubna has a question. Dr. Lubna?
Please.
Thanks, Dan. Great presentation and great